Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Rekha Venkatesh Kallu, Assistant Professor of Physics, Government Degree College for Women, Nalgonda. In the present class, now I am going to present my topic about orbital angular momentum and gyromagnetic ratio. This is BSc Physics 5th semester, Electromagnetic Theory syllabus, Unit 2. The content of my talk are introduction, magnetic moment of atomic dipole, angular momentum and gyromagnetic ratio. In that we will see the subcontents, current in the orbit, orbital magnetic moment integral multiple of EH by 4 pi m. After that, Bohr magneton and calculating numerical value of Bohr magneton, orbital gyromagnetic ratio. Lastly, we will see the summary of the lecture. The first, let us see magnetic moment of atomic dipole. Okay, an atomic dipole consists of electron of charge minus E and mass m revolving around an atomic nucleus with a linear speed v in the orbit of radius r. Right? Simply, you take hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom consists of one proton and one electron. Proton exists inside the nucleus right here. So this is the central portion of the atom, nucleus. Proton exists here. Electron is revolving in the circular orbit of radius r. Okay. Now here the moment of electron. The moment of electron is equivalent to current carrying circular loop. So using that concept, we are writing the equivalent current due to this orbital motion of the electron, right? Since electron is moving in the circular path of radius r, right? The equivalent current I equal to charge by time. Charge of the electron E, time is the time period of the electron. That is time period of the electron. What is that? That is T equal to 2 pi r by V, because the time taken to complete one revolution is nothing but time period, that equal to 2 pi r by the speed of electron V. So from that we get minus eV by 2 pi r. Since electron charge is negative charge, there minus sign, we are getting minus eV by 2r. The magnitude of the magnetic dipole moment of a current loop of area A and carrying the current I is given by M equal to IA. In the previous classes, we discussed this one. The current carrying coil behaves like a magnetic dipole, right? If the current is flowing in this direction, right? Then you curl the fingers of the right hand in the current direction, in the circular loop. Then the thumb denotes the direction of magnetic moment of that magnetic dipole. So here current is, when the current is flowing in this direction, from this side, north pole forms, that side south pole forms. So therefore it is equivalent to the magnetic dipole. Okay. So when the current carrying coil is suspended in the uniform magnetic field, that behaves like a magnetic dipole, as like electric dipole in the uniform electric field strength. Okay. So what I am saying, the current carrying circular loop behaves like a magnetic dipole. When the current is flowing in this direction from my side, then from my side south pole induces, opposite side north pole induces. Two equal pole strength, two equal opposite poles are separated by some distance. That system is equivalent to the magnetic dipole, where we talked about electrostatic electric dipole. Plus Q minus Q charges when they are at some distance 2L. So we are saying that electric dipole. electric dipole moment P bar equal to Q into 2L. Similarly, here it is equivalent to the magnetic dipole, right? From my side, the current is flowing in this direction. So this behaves like a south pole. This phase behaves like a north pole. Then this current loop is equivalent to that acts like a magnetic dipole. Okay. The magnetic dipole moment of this circular loop is equal to I into E, where I is the amount of current flowing through the coil, E area of the coil. Okay, so from this we are writing the units of magnetic moment. Unit of I ampere, area meter square, ampere into meter square, dimensional formula AL square. Magnetic dipole moment is a vector quantity. Its direction is always from south pole to north pole along the dipole axis. Okay, so this is we discussed in the last classes. Now let us write magnetic moment of the atomic dipole, that is called I equivalent current due to the orbital motion of the electron. What we got? Minus EV by 2 pi r into area of this circular loop. How much? Pi r square. Okay, pi cancel, 1 r cancel. Then we get minus 1 by 2 EVR, that equal to minus 1 by 2 multiplying m in the numerator and denominator. We get minus 1 by 2 E by m MVR. But MVR is the angular momentum of this electron moving in this particular orbit. That is called minus 1 by 2 E by m. L is the angular momentum. Okay. So this is the magnetic moment of atomic dipole. Right. So atom behaves like a atomic dipole. The magnetic moment of atomic dipole in different terms equal minus 1 by 2 EVR or minus 1 by 2 E by m into L. Okay, this is equal minus E by 2m into L. So what I am saying here, let me repeat the concept. Hydrogen atom తీసుకున్నాం. ఏ substance అయినా that is composed of tiny particles, that is the least particle, or the least particle is atom, we know that. Okay, of course the substance is composed of molecules are composed of atoms. Each atom behaves like a magnetic dipole. So that is the concept we are discussing here. ఇక్కడ హైడ్రోజన్ ఆటమ్ తీసుకున్నాం మనం సౌలభ్యం కోసం. హైడ్రోజన్ ఆటంలో ఒకే ఒక ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఫస్ట్ ఆర్బిట్లో ఇట్లా న్యూక్లియస్ చుట్టూ రివాల్వ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. హైడ్రోజన్ ఆటంలో ఒక ప్రోటాన్ ఒక ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఉంటుంది. ప్రోటాన్ న్యూక్లియస్ లోపల ఉంటుంది. ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఫస్ట్ ఆర్బిట్లో ఆర్ రేడియస్ ఉన్నటువంటి సర్క్యులర్ ఆర్బిట్లో v స్పీడ్తో రివాల్వ్ అవుతుంది అనుకున్నాం. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ యొక్క ఆర్బిటాల్ మోషన్ని, ఎలక్ట్రాన్ అంటే ఛార్జ్ ఫ్లో, ఛార్జ్. సో మూవింగ్ ఛార్జ్ అనేది సర్క్యులర్ ఆర్బిట్ లో తిరుగుతుంది కాబట్టి హియర్ ద మూమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్, ద మోషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ని ఇక్కడ కరెంటు ఫ్లో అవుతున్నటువంటి ఒక సర్క్యులర్ లూప్ గా మనం దీన్ని అస్యూమ్ చేయొచ్చు. కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ యొక్క ఆర్బిటాల్ మోషన్ సంబంధించి ఈక్వలెంట్ కరెంట్ I is equal to charge by time, Q by T formula. Charge of electron E, T is time period of the electron. ఎలక్ట్రాను సర్క్యులర్ ఆర్బిట్లో ఒక చుట్టూ తిరగాలంటే, ఒక రొటేషన్ కంప్లీట్ చేయడానికి పట్టిన టైంని టైం పీరియడ్ అంటాం. సో టైం పీరియడ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు డిస్టెన్స్ కవర్డ్ అంటే సర్కంఫరెన్స్ 2πr బై స్పీడ్ వేసాం, ఈక్వల్ టు మైనస్ ఈవి బై 2πr. హియర్ ఆల్సో మైనస్ సైన్. Okay, where minus sign indicates electron charge is negative. Okay, now ఏదైనా మనకు కరెంటు ఫ్లో అవుతున్నటువంటి ఒక లోపు మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ డైపోల్ గా ప్రవర్తిస్తుంది అని మనము లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ లో చదివాము. ఎట్లా? కరెంటు ప్రవహించేటువంటి లోపులో, ఉదాహరణకి కరెంటు ప్రవహిస్తున్నటువంటి లోపు నా వైపు నుంచి చూస్తున్నప్పుడు ఇక్కడ కరెంటు ఇక్కడ క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఫ్లో అవుతూ ఉంటే ఇటువైపు సౌత్ పోల్, అవతల వైపు యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ లో ఉంటుంది కరెంట్ డైరెక్షన్. నా వైపు నుంచి చూసినప్పుడు సౌత్ క్లాక్ వైజ్ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు అవతల వైపు ఉన్నటువంటి అబ్జర్వర్ దృష్ట్యా యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ లో ఉంటుంది. సౌత్ క్లాక్ వై డైరెక్షన్ లో ఫ్లో అవుతున్న కరెంట్ వల్ల సౌత్ పోల్, యాంటీ క్లాక్ వై డైరెక్షన్ లో ఫ్లో అవుతున్న కరెంట్ వల్ల నార్త్ పోల్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ఇటు సౌత్ అటు నార్త్ రెండు ఈక్వల్ పోల్ స్ట్రెంత్స్ కొంత డిస్టెన్స్ లో సపరేట్ అయి ఉన్నాయి. కాబట్టి దీన్ని ఒక మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ డైపోల్ గా మనం అస్యూమ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఒక ఎలక్ట్రిక్ డైపోల్ యూనిఫామ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ లో మనం వేలాడదీసినప్పుడు అది ఎలా ప్రవర్తిస్తుందో కరెంట్ ఫ్లో అవుతున్నటువంటి సర్క్యులర్ లూప్ ని ఒక యూనిఫామ్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ లో సస్పెండ్ చేసినప్పుడు అదే విధంగా ప్రవర్తిస్తుంది. ఒక ఎలక్ట్రిక్ డైపోల్ యూనిఫామ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ లో సస్పెండ్ చేసినప్పుడు దాని మీద టార్క్ టౌ ఈక్వల్ టు P bar cross E bar, that equal PE sin theta. Similarly, ఒక మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ డైపోల్ కరెంట్ క్యారింగ్ లూప్ ని యూనిఫామ్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ లో మనము వేలాడదీస్తే దీని మీద టార్క్ యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. టౌ బార్ ఈక్వల్ M bar cross B bar, క్యాపిటల్ M bar cross B bar, that equal MB sin theta. ఓకే, ఎనీహౌ. సో ఇక్కడ కరెంట్ క్యారింగ్ కాయిల్ అనేది ఏమంటున్నాము, ఒక మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ డైపోల్. సో ఈ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ డైపోల్ యొక్క మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ మూమెంట్ M is equal to IA కి సమానం. ఏ అంటే లూప్ యొక్క ఏరియా. లూప్ అని అంటే అది సర్క్యులర్ కావచ్చు, రెక్టాంగిల్ కావచ్చు, ఏదైనా షేప్ లో ఉండొచ్చు. ఏ ఇస్ ద ఏరియా ఆఫ్ ద లూప్. కాబట్టి atomik magnetic dipole యొక్క magnetic moment that equal to current minus EV by 2 pi r into area of the loop అంటే ఈ సర్కిల్ యొక్క ఏరియా ఎంత అవుతుంది, pi r square. దీని నుంచి minus 1 by 2 EVR న్యూమరేటర్ డినామినేటర్ ని m తో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే minus 1 by 2 E by m MVR equal to minus E by 2m into n. ఇక్కడ L equal to MVR. L అనేది ఎలక్ట్రాన్ యొక్క యాంగులర్ మొమెంటం. ఫస్ట్ ఆర్బిట్ లో రివాల్వ్ అవుతున్నటువంటి ఎలక్ట్రాన్ యొక్క యాంగులర్ మొమెంటం L ఈక్వల్ టు MVR. ఇది మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ మూమెంట్ కి యాంగులర్ మూమెంట్ మధ్య రిలేషన్ చూపిస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ మైనస్ సైన్ ఇండికేట్స్ దట్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ మూమెంట్ అండ్ యాంగులర్ మొమెంటం డైరెక్షన్స్ ఆపోజిట్ లో ఉంటాయనే విషయం మనకు అర్థమవుతుంది. ఓకే, నౌ కమింగ్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్, angular momentum and the gyromagnetic ratio of orbital motion. Let us see. So as per our just previous discussion, so what we are saying, all substances are composed of atoms. An atom consists of a central positive nucleus. There the total mass of the atom is concentrated. The electrons revolve around the nucleus, right? If the electron is revolving in clockwise direction, then the conventional current will be in anti-clockwise direction, because we take the conventional current as positive current direction. Since electron is the negative charged particle, if the electron revolves in the clockwise direction, then the conventional current direction will be taken as opposite, that is anti-clockwise direction. Due to this electron movement, due to the flow of this electron, due to the flow of this moving of this electronic charge, that behaves like a magnetic dipole. So for example, if you take the hydrogen atom, since there the electron revolves around the nucleus, right? The proton is existing inside the nucleus. Then the electron revolves in the circular orbit about the nucleus or proton. Here there exists electrostatic attraction force between electron and proton. Okay, so when the electron is revolving in the circular orbit, electron is negative charged particle, proton is positive charged particle. Therefore electrostatic attraction force exists between electron and proton. That electrostatic attraction force provides the necessary centripetal force to revolve in the circular path. So what is the electrostatic attraction force between electron and proton? By using the Coulomb's inverse square law, we know that 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2, that is E into E, proton charge electron charge the same, E square by R square, that equal to MV square by R. Okay, the electrostatic attraction force between proton and electron, or between the nucleus and electron, that provides the required centripetal force to describe the circular path. So that is we are writing here MV square by R equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E square by R square. So from this you can write V as the subject, and you can find out the V, speed of the electron revolving in the first orbit of hydrogen atom. You will get that value 2.2 into 10 power 6 meter per second. Using that, the time period of revolution T equal to 2 pi R by V, where R is the radius of the first orbit. We know that from Bohr's theory, R value 0.529 angstrom or 0.53 angstrom. Okay, substituting those values, you can calculate the speed of the electron in the first orbit. That is about C by 137. C, speed of the light. Speed of light in vacuum, 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. That value is almost 2.2 into 10 power 6 meter per second. So using that, we can calculate the time period of revolution T equal to 2 pi R by V. Use that formula. Then you will get time period in terms in the order of 10 power minus 6 seconds and so. Okay. Since the time period of revolution is very less, the electron frequency is more. Electron moves in the orbit with very high speed. Since that is equivalent to the current carrying loop, we can assume that since the electron time period is very less, frequency is more, the motion of the electron, the orbital motion of the electron can be treated as the current carrying loop. Okay. Now, so then what is the equivalent current due to this orbital motion of the electron in the first orbit of hydrogen atom? Then I is equal to charge by time taken to complete the orbit equal to charge E, time period of revolution 2 pi R by V equal to EV by 2 pi R. Or you can write charge by time taken, that for completing one revolution 1 by T is the frequency. I equal to charge into frequency, you can take the formula. Sometimes in problems frequency may given. Okay. So what I'm saying, the equivalent current due to the orbital motion of the electron in the circular orbit of radius R with the speed V is given by EV by 2 pi R. Okay. Now, what is the orbital magnetic moment? Okay. So, since the current orbital motion of the electron is treated as the current carrying loop, then magnetic moment of that orbital motion is equal to I into E, I EV by 2 pi R into pi R square equal to 1 by 2 EVR. Okay. The magnitude of angular momentum of the electron revolving around the nucleus, we have L equal to mvr. L equal to mvr. Okay. Substituting that L equal to mvr, then capital M equal to E by 2m into L. Okay. So from this vectorially we can write m bar equal minus E by 2m into L bar. So this is the relation between magnetic moment and angular momentum of the electron revolving in the circular orbit, right? So here m bar direction is anti-parallel to L bar. M bar and L bar are opposite in opposite direction along the axis. M bar is always anti-parallel to L bar, right? Now, so what is the orbital magnetic moment, the integral multiple of EH by 4 pi? How to express this? M bar is equal to E by 2m into L. E by 2m into angular momentum. L bar minus E by 2m into L bar. If you take the magnitude, it is modulus of M bar equal to E by 2m into NH by 2 pi. According to the Bohr's postulate, the angular momentum of the electron revolving in the Bohr orbit, in the nth orbit, is equal to integral multiple of h by 2 pi. That means in the first orbit, electron orbital angular momentum 1h by 2 pi. The orbital angular momentum of the second orbit 2h by 2 pi. In the third orbit 3h by 2 pi. Fourth orbit 4h by 2 pi. So angular momentum of the electron revolving in the Bohr orbit must be equal to integral multiple of h by 2 pi. So there we substituted L equal to NH by 2 pi. So this is equal NEH by 4 pi m. If you write EH by 2m, H by 2 pi equal to H cat equal to H by 2 pi, then you will get M is equal NEH cat by 2m. Okay. So therefore, the magnetic moment, orbital magnetic moment is equal integral multiple of EH by 4 pi m or integral multiple of EH cat by 2m. That means in the first orbit, magnetic moment equal to EH by 4 pi m, you substitute n equal to 1. For the electron revolving in the second orbit, n equal to 2, then m equal to EH by 4 pi m. For the electron revolving in the third orbit, m equal to 3 EH by 4 pi m, and so on. Okay, so in general, we are writing that the magnetic moment, orbital magnetic moment is equal to integral multiple of EH by 4 pi m or EH cut by 2m, where n equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, now, so that is EH cut by 2m. Now where H by 2 pi is taken as H cut, H is nothing but Planck's constant, right? Its value 6.625 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. You know that. How we have taken this one, L equal and H by 2 pi? This is taken from Bohr's postulate. The angular momentum is always equal to integral multiple of H by 2 pi. So electron angular momentum may be H by 2 pi, 2H by 2 pi, 3H by 2 pi and so on, where n is principal quantum number or orbit number. This is nothing but quantization of angular momentum. So this is, we substituted, we got orbital magnetic moment equal to NEH by 4 pi m or NEH cut by 2m. Okay, right. So here EH cut by 2m, that is equal to what? EH by 4 pi m. This value is known as Bohr magneton. So the unit of magnetic moment, the orbital magnetic moment is measured in the units Bohr magneton. One Bohr magneton equal to EH cut by 2m, that equal EH by 4 pi m. Okay, this is denoted with the letter mu b. Manaku electron yokka orbital magnetic moment to m equal to m rasam EH cut by 2m rasam, NEH cut by 2m. Okay, ఇందులో n equal to 1 substitute చేస్తే m equal to EH cut by 2m వచ్చింది. ఈ విలువ ఎంతకు సమానము? EH by 4 pi m కు సమానం. దీన్ని ఏమంటున్నాము? ఒక బోర్ మ్యాగ్నెటాన్ అంటున్నాం. బోర్ మ్యాగ్నెటాన్ని మ్యూ బి తో సూచిస్తాం. ఒక బోర్ మ్యాగ్నెటాన్ is equal to EH cut by 2m is equal to EH by 4 pi m. It is very, very important in entrance oriented. Now let us calculate numerical value of Bohr magneton. Okay, one Bohr magneton is equal to, we have the formula EH by 4 pi m, where E electron charge, H Planck's constant, m mass of the electron. So let us substitute all these values. Electron charge how much? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Mass of the electron 9 into 10 power minus 31 kg. Planck's constant value 6.6 into 10 power minus 24 joule second, minus 34. So printing mistake, it is 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. Substituting all these values, then 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb into H value 6.6 into 10 power minus 34 joule second by 4 pi into 9 into 10 power minus 31 kg. So you will get 9.27 into 10 power minus 24 joule coulomb into second by kg. You multiply with the meter in numerator and denominator. Okay, and also numerator and denominator, you will get this one, right? Joule coulomb meter per second by, in the denominator, kg meter second minus 2, that is Newton. M1 L1 T minus 2 dimensional formula. That is the dimensional formula of the force. Kg meter second minus 2 is the Newton. right? Now, joule. So this total dimension formula equal to magnetic induction field strength B, capital B dimension formula, the inverse. Newton by Coulomb into meter per second, that is the Tesla. So you can write joule by Tesla. How much its value? 9.27 into 10 power minus 24 joule Tesla. So 1 Bohr magneton equal to 9.27 into 10 power minus 24 joule per Tesla, or in terms of EHM, simply EH by 4 pi m. In many entrances, this question was asked. You should remember this one. 1 Bohr magneton is equal EH by 4 pi m or EH cut by 2m, or its value 9.27 in 10 power minus 24 joule per Tesla. The next concept is orbital gyromagnetic ratio. So it is the ratio of magnetic moment of the atomic dipole to its angular momentum. We have capital M bar is equal to minus E by 2m into L bar. A capital M bar equal minus E by 2m into L bar. Then you take the ratio capital M by capital L equal to minus E by 2m. If you take the magnitude capital M by capital L equal to small e by 2m. So that ratio, the ratio of magnetic moment to angular momentum is known as orbital gyromagnetic ratio. It is also known as a magnetomechanical ratio. It is also called as magnetomechanical ratio. Here E is the charge, m is the mass of the charge, that charged particle. Here, since we are consider the electron, here E stands for electron charge, m is the mass of the electron. Okay. So the summary of this lecture or points to be remembered in the present class are: the first, what we discussed, the current carrying lobe behaves like a magnetic dipole. The magnetic dipole moment of coil capital M equal to NIE, where N stands for number of turns, I current, E area of the coil, right? In this, if N equal to 1, you will get M equal to IE. From this, we are writing the unit of magnetic moment, ampere meter square. Therefore, its dimensional formula AL square, right? So here the current carrying coil behaves like a magnetic dipole. Okay. The magnetic moment direction is always from south to north along the dipole axis. It behaves as like electric dipole when it is placed in the uniform magnetic field. The next, magnetic moment of atomic dipole, we discussed and derived the formula. M is equal minus 1 by 2 EVR, that equal minus small e by 2m into L bar. So capital M bar equal minus E by 2m capital L bar. And also the speed of the electron moving in the first orbit of hydrogen atom is 2.26 into 10 power 6 meter per second. The time period of that electron revolving in the first orbit of hydrogen atom 1.39 into 10 power minus 16 seconds. You observe this value, its value is very less. So frequency is equal to the reciprocal of the time period 1 by t, you will get frequency is more. So electron makes more number of revolutions in 1 second in that particular orbit. Therefore, the movement of that electron can be assumed as the current carrying circular lobe. After that, due to this orbital motion of the electron, we can write the equivalent current in the orbit of hydrogen atom, I equal to EV by 2 pi r. This is also very, very important formula. V is the speed of the electron or radius of the circular orbit. And also the relation between orbital magnetic moment and angular momentum is capital M bar equal minus E by 2m into L bar. The orbital magnetic moment is equal to integral multiple of EH by 4 pi m. In that, if you substitute n equal to 1, then you will get m equal to EH by 4 pi m. That value is known as Bohr magneton. If you want to express this in terms of h cut, since h cut equal h by 2 pi, then one Bohr magneton equal E h cut by 2m. That value, numerical value, 9.27 into 10 power minus 24 joule per Tesla. The ratio of magnetic moment and angular momentum of the orbital electron equal to E by 2m. So this ratio is called as orbital gyromagnetic ratio. Thank you.